Right, welcome. Finally, I can talk about it. I know about this. I've known about this for a while. HBO Hellraiser series. I said this on my HBO Max video. I've been trying to subtly hint about this for a really long time. Oh God, thank the Lord I can actually talk about this now. I've been telling you, I've had news about this. I've been saying Hellraiser TV series has got some fantastic people behind it. People that I think people will be really, really enjoying as well. And again, don't believe me, go back and watch my HBO Max video. I said at the end of this, they're getting 80s cult classic horror movies under play. I said that, and I've said it many times. I'm so happy I can talk about this. This is fantastic news. Yeah, this is really, really good. And also, I'd love to reveal it. There's another 80s classic horror movie that HBO is doing into a series. It's really, really good. Really, really, really good. Can't say it. Something about maybe your blood and heat and things like that. That's all I'll say. I can't hint anymore. But yeah, really, really happy to talk about this now. So who's the main event here? Well, there's a few things which are really important. HBO. Okay, HBO, they've got all the money in the world. And I said on the HBO Max video, I said they are firmly pegging themselves as a rival for Netflix. This is them staking their flag in the ground, saying we will rival you. And also Amazon as well, because Amazon have been doing, or they've said to be doing an Event Horizon series. HBO are doing the Hellraiser one and another thing. So there's a lot of series that are under play with these particular streamers, and HBO really, really cool. They've got all the money in the world. The other big thing here, Michael Dougherty. I really like Michael Dougherty. Mike, really, really good. The main thing about Michael here is this is a man that loves Hellraiser. I mean, he adores Hellraiser. Everything about Hellraiser, from the comics, the graphic novels, to the original novels, right the way through to the movies. This is a man that really embodies Hellraiser. So there's a few things, like people will probably look at Michael Dougherty's filmography and look at things like X-Men and those types of movies first. Don't, right? Those are movies that he obviously enjoyed working on. He enjoyed writing them. But is he going to be able to put his horror flair on them? No. So please do not judge Mike being on board with those types of movies. Judge him on Trick or Treat. Judge him on his level of sophistication when he's interviewed. Hopefully, hey, I'd love to get him on board my channel. That would be absolutely incredible. Hopefully, maybe it's something we can do. Maybe, now this news is broke, I can get him on board, we can interview him, and really dive into his Hellraiser knowledge to get all of you guys on board with him on board as this as well. But really, see, Michael Dougherty's great with this. I cannot stress that enough, genuinely. Now, this article is on Deadline, and it says HBO has made a deal to develop a series from the classic horror franchise Hellraiser with Halloween helmer David Gordon Green set to direct the pilot and several more initial episodes. I believe he's probably going to be on board as showrunner, actually. That brings to the small screen for the first time the iconic pincushion-headed villain who heads a group of pasty-faced villains sent from hell known as the Cenobites. I love the puns that they do in these articles. The series will be written by genre and action vet Mark Verheiden. So, yeah, good. Nothing wrong with him at all. And Michael Dougherty. Now, again, that's the one I like the most. We also have, all of them will be executive producers. So that's good, because then it means that they have a stake. So, again, I reeled off quite a big stress there about Michael Dougherty being good for this, but he really is a good fit. And if he's an executive producer, then he has a bit more of a stake in this. He has a bit more of a creative say. And as a man, again, I have to stress this. because we've had such crap news with Hellraiser. But Michael really knows Hellraiser. Okay, I would put his knowledge maybe even above mine. Okay, and you guys know I love Hellraiser, and I've got an extensive playlist full of it. But I would genuinely say that Michael might even be above mine on the knowledge front. I think he's fantastic for this, and as he is going to be an executive producer, yes, absolutely awesome. Now, obviously, they will always be they'll be alongside Farah, so Dan Farah, and Vertigo Entertainment's Roy Lee. Now, Roy Lee, big producer. Dan Farah, not so much. I've tried to reach out to Dan Farah on Twitter. He was having none of it. But Roy Lee has his fingers in a lot of pies. A lot of good pies as well, actually. So he, 9 times out of 10, will adapt, smaller IPs and things like that. And not just that, he deals a lot in horror. So I think Roy Lee's a good fit for this as well. And then obviously we've got Lawrence Cuppin and David Salzman. Now they are actually the owners of the TV rights, and they're on Panacea. I'm going to butcher that. Entertainment's Eric Garden. Now I really think this is good. I genuinely do. Now there's other people on board as well. So we've got Green, Danny McBride, Jodie Hill, and Brandon James. They're also executive producers. But the main one about this, again, the main one here, Michael Dougherty. I can't stress it enough. Seriously, good stuff. Now again, Farah did Ready Player One, put together the rights package last June, based on the Hellraiser film franchise hatched from Clive Barker's novella, The Hellbound Heart. The idea is to create an elevated continuation and expansion of the well-established Hellraiser mythology. So it is not a remake, but it assumes the past mythology to be a given. Now, knowing Michael's knowledge of Hellraiser, this is great. This is really, really good. We might even get some Zytotech or situation in here. That'd be epic. Maybe we'll get an expansion of the Cenobite Order. All those wild and wacky ones that we've seen in the comics. So good. Michael, my dude, if you're watching this, you're probably not watching this, but please, I'd love to get you on the channel to talk about this. We'll just geek out for Hellraiser for a while. Please. That'd be so good. And I really like the fact that it's not a remake, and the fact that they are just saying, look, it's going to be a given that the previous events have happened, but we're just expanding past it. That's good. Also interesting that they say that the centerpiece remains Pinhead. Don't like the pin cushion headed mercilessly, whatever. The former humans turned demons that live in an extra dimensional realm that are activated through a puzzle box called the Lament Configuration. The Cenobites come from hell to harvest human souls and keep balance between good and evil. The antagonist has remained a pop culture icon, so basically just saying, yep, we've got all this good stuff. We're going to keep Pinhead as the centerpiece, and this is not, again, it's really important to note, they note it here, but it is really important to note, this has got nothing at all to do with the Hellraiser reboot movie. I am really happy with this. So happy. I've done a video which was like, 10 things that the Hellraiser series must do and all this kind of stuff. I'm really happy about this. I'm happy I can talk about it. I know there'll be people that will be going, you didn't know what you talked about, blah, blah, blah. I've hinted at this for so long in videos, seriously. The HBO Max video, I hinted at this massively as well. I'm really happy that it's at HBO. They don't shy away from horror and blood and gore and shock factor and things like that. Like, a lot of people jump at Netflix being the go-to. I don't think Netflix would be the right place for this now. You've got quite literally BDSM, leather latex clad demons, okay? You have to lean into it. Netflix are not going to do that. I really doubt they're going to do that. So I'm really happy about this. I think this is good. Again, David Gordon Green, yeah, fine. Again, I'm fine with him. Don't particularly care. My main focus on this is Michael Dougherty. He is genuinely massive pro for this. Cannot wait. So anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Thanks so much. Take care.